Hello everyone, can you hear me? Hope you are all here. Thank you for joining this webinar. I will just let a couple of minutes to make sure that everyone could join us. So we are the 15th of April. It's a Sunday. It's 5 p.m. in Paris, in the UK. And I'm just waiting for you guys to come in this webinar to explain about AIEVE, the roadmap, and also where we are and the first results of the backtesting. And also a bonus at the end, and you will see how AIEVE is having the backtesting. So I will let a little bit seconds to make people coming, joining, if some people are late, to make sure that they don't miss anything about this webinar. So first of all, you can join us on Telegram. We have a great community in there. Please come in because there is a lot of information we are giving, and we have a great community managers. So I will not name everyone, but everyone is wonderful, and they are working very hard for you. So thank you for everyone, to Anna, to Lino, to Silva, to everyone who is working very hard to make the community living. So we are 4:02, so we can probably start and see all this webinar is for you. So please don't hesitate to ask questions. I'm here today for you, and I hope I will answer all your questions. If you are, please feel free to ask. So today we're talking about AIEVE. So what AIEVE is, first of all, we are the AI engine for Peculium. So what is Peculium? I hope you follow all the webinar we've done. So Rashid, the CEO of Peculium, expressed all the vision of Peculium, and AIEVE is only executing this vision. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you don't, please go there. Please go to our channels, and you will review the webinar of Rashid. So AIEVE is only executing this vision. So AIEVE, the first aim is to create a more transparent savings platform. So I heard a lot of people asking about what is the difference between a trading bot. First of all, AIEVE is not a trading bot. AIEVE will create a better value of your saving. It's a savings platform. So what we want to do is to put the AI, artificial intelligence, in top of the blockchain, all the cryptocurrency, and make this saving possible, transparent, like the blockchain. Make sure that we can make a better management of your saving by using the technology, by using AI. So if you have some question about AI, please feel free to ask. And you know, we did a lot of webinar, technical webinar in our YouTube channel. So please go there. We have a strong team. So there is James and Antoine explaining about time series. Kamel recently explained about NLP, why we are using NLP on this subject. So if you have some questions also, please feel free to go to these webinars. So let's start for the presentation. I hope you can see my screen. I hope you can also hear me. If not, please ask. So hope you can also ask question in the chat. So for me, it's on the right. I don't know where is you in the screen, but feel free to ask questions during the thing. I hope you listen correctly what I'm saying. I don't have any question right now, so I hope it's going well. I will just come back to Telegram and see if you are listening me very well. I'll just listen to Silva and see if nothing is going wrong. Yeah, so thank you for Gigi who just replied to me, releasing you very well. So that's that. Thank you for JJ to answering my question. That's fantastic. So let's go back to the slides, and I will explain you where we are in the roadmap, and also letting AIEVE on the backtesting explain you where we are and the great result we've got. So let's start. So the first is the roadmap overall. I will explain you what we want to build for AIEVE in the long term. And after that, I will come back in the short term where we are and exactly what we are doing right now. So this is the roadmap summary of the AIEVE product. So first of all, I hope you remember we built the alpha version in December. So it was predicting the price of the major cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and other altcoins, for 24 hours. And we make also a competition on that. I hope you enjoy this competition. Now we are working on the beta line, the simulator. So what it is, we want to first to sell and to give you the prediction of the major cryptocurrencies, in prediction in terms of if it's going up, it's going down, or it's stable. So that will probably enable you to do a more efficient trading. And it's very interesting because there is no tool right now to give you exactly with obviously a percentage of confidence. We saw that just after some slides, to give you the trend and the trend of cryptocurrency. If it's going up, going down, that will allow you to do some movement on your portfolio. So the simulator will be the first version live of AIEVE, and it will give you the way to manage your portfolio by yourself. It will only available for the first investors because this is a gift for our first investors. We want to be very thankful for everyone who invests in PCL during the ICO. And after that, we will deliver AIEVE version live. So AIEVE exactly the same as simulator, but it will be not free anymore. So people, if you want to have this forecasting, the trend of every cryptocurrencies, they need to pay and pay only with PCL token. So the PCL token will be used to pay the forecasting engine that we will deliver. So we plan to deliver that in September. We are completely on track, and probably we will release that earlier. So after that, it will be AIEVE personalized. So that means we can also do some trend of cryptocurrency that you only have in your portfolio, that you only be interested in some cryptocurrency and not all the cryptocurrency you will give. So this will also be available in the later version. And the gold version will be in Q2 next year, and it's called the premium version. So what is this premium version is managing completely your portfolio. So what it means that you will see today the first test of AIEVE trying to trade by using the forecasting that she built. So we believe that managing a savings should be very easy for everyone. It will be very, very easy for end user. It will be very easy to any institution. So we think that we can very soon to create this platform that will enable everyone to manage a saving very easily. So in this version, there is no way to trade by yourself. There is no way to create your own portfolio. There is no bother to follow the news. There is no bother to think, oh my God, the Bitcoin is going down. We will remove all the stress to everyone, and we will manage everything. And this is the big bonus of this webinar. We will show you the early first version. Obviously, this version we plan in Q2 2019, so it will be next year. We can be earlier. That's, I think, the goal we want to achieve. And we are currently also working a little bit on it. So I hope this slide makes clear on the roadmap of the product. And now we are working on the beta live version, so the simulator. And I will focus on this version and show you where we are in it. So for the simulator, to get it ready, so we already set up what we need in terms of infrastructure, in terms of data architecture. So the big data architecture is done. It was done in March, so it's fully used, and you will see in real time how we use this big data technology. So we arrive, and that's why it was the good time to do this webinar. We arrive at the first iteration of the model. and we call it beta 0.2 live today. So today you will see this version live. Obviously, it's not the version we will use for the simulator because we have also other things to do. We have other feature to put in the model to get the forecasting better. And that's planned during this month, and we want to finish on May. Also, a target very interesting, and we are working on it right now, is the meet the GDPR compliance. So, and we will see this around mid-May. So, if you don't understand what it is about GDPR, etc., it's about protecting the data personal. So, we are very proud to be probably the one ICO talking about that, and we are very conscious about data protections. And we want to do the best thing and to show you very transparency about the data you will give us, and we will protect them and we'll meet all the requirements on GDPR before GDPR going live. After that, we have the security layer. We're already working on it, but we want to finish at mid-May, and we will deploy all the security and the UI of the simulator. And we want to go live with this simulator in June, only available for the first investors. But we think we can leave that earlier again because we are completely on track. And I will show you some results. We are very happy on the first iteration, and I think we are more than on track. We are quite earlier about the planning we showed in our website. So that's about the roadmap. If you have any questions, please ask. Please use the chat, and I can answer the question about the roadmap. So now I want to go to the backtesting. So what we've done is we have already a great model. We have already a good forecast, and I will show you some results. So, however, I saw a lot of questions in our community, people asking how much you will ask for this forecast and how many PCL we will use for having this forecast of the trend of cryptocurrencies. So it was, honestly, it was hard questions to answer. So we believe that that's why we build this AIEVE, and you will see that in real time. Eve trying to use this forecast, and she trade for herself and see what she will do with it. And I will show you some results. And after that, you can probably imagine what is the value real of a forecast. So this is the backtesting we've done. So we take all the data for the last 3 months. So from 14th of Jan till yesterday. So we have 3 months of data, and we use the forecasting of the AIEVE and on each cryptocurrency. And we use a portfolio of $1,000. And she used a technique very, very, very safe, and it could be better, but we went very fast because it's not the version of the simulator. It's the version of the Q2 2016 and 19. So we want to do very fast. We want to prove that it's possible to do it, and we want to prove the value of forecasting and what we will deliver for the AIEVE version. So first of all, we have a forecasting model. So from 14th of Jan to 15th or yesterday, I just changed the calculation just before the webinar. So it's 15th of April. So it's more than 3 months. It's 3 months and 1 day, probably. And we have different layer of forecasting. So we take every cryptocurrencies, not every, the major one. So we have 9-10 cryptocurrency right now in our version. And we try to predict the price every 5. So 5 is not in this slide, but we have it. 10, 15, 20, and 30 minutes. And this is the error rate we've got. So what it means, we have 0.55% error for the next 10 minutes. So for the next 10 minutes, we try to predict the price. And we have right now, for all the forecasting we've done, 0.55% error. And this error is called the MAPE, so it's the mean absolute percentage error. What it means? That means that I try to show that in the graph. That means that if a price is we try to predict first the price at 10 minutes. And let's imagine we try to predict at 100, one cryptocurrency, and is going at really after 10 minutes, we see the price. If it's going at 101, that means 1% error. Even if it's going to 99, is $1 error. So the mean absolute is 1%. So we are less than that. We are 0.55% errors at 10-minute forecast. Obviously, more we are going in the time, and more we are doing errors. However, even for 30 minutes, we are only at 1.01% error in terms of forecasting the price. So when we got the price forecasting, we will deliver for you in the AIEVE version the trend. So we will predict in the background the price, but we will give you what is the trend of the cryptocurrencies. So for us, this first version that we use with all the techniques and with NLP, with all the features we've got, with the data in the blockchain, for us, it's a very good start. That's why we are very happy to share this result for you. Okay, that's the result of the first version, and we have a second iteration during the month before we will deliver. And the second iteration, I believe it will be better than that. The thing is, even with that, people will ask us, okay, what's the value really of this forecast? What is the price we will ask in terms of PCL for this forecast? And that's why we take a portfolio of $1,000 and we let AIEVE to see if there is a jump, if there is a going up trade, buy this cryptocurrency, and if you believe that it's going down, sell it and make a profit to manage these savings. And I'm very happy to share this slide with you. This is the result of AIEVE performance for $1,000 portfolio. So I will try to explain this graph. So the blue line is AIEVE portfolio during these 3 months. And she get the advice, and when she believed that one of the cryptocurrency, so is the top 9 here, so it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ripple, Monero, IOTA, EOS, and Dash. She think that if it's going up, she will buy it, and after that, if she believes that it's going down, she will sell it. So it's a very, very, very basic strategy. Obviously, we want to have more than one, but this is the first version I want to share with you. So and the other line is what's happened if you put your $1,000 portfolio in all these cryptos. So for instance, most of them after 3 months, you have lost nearly 50% and maybe more for some cryptos. With AIEVE, because she does a forecast, she did some errors, as you can see, sometimes she's going down. However, overall, she make money. When you say make money, it's huge because she achieved at mid-March 100% increase in terms of the value of the portfolio. It has going down, but in overall, it's a very amazing result. That means in 3 months, overall, she make, I think, 88% increase of the portfolio. And that's now it makes sense of the question about, okay, what is the value of the forecast? How much we should sell in terms of PCL, the forecast? Look, if your portfolio is $1,000 and you make 88% profit, that means you win $800, $880 during the 3 months. So how much you want to pay for the forecast every month? Just do the calculation by yourself, and you probably understand the value of AIEVE product. So, okay, this version is with no fees applied. Okay, I understand that in much of the exchange, there is some fees applied. So we did the calculation with the fees. So this is the next slide. And the fees, if we apply 0.1% of the fees, which is quite the average of what they apply in every exchange, it didn't reach 100% increase, but still, EVE is still profitable. She's not, after 3 months, she's not making losing, and it was quite impressive. I think she arrived at 33% increase of the portfolio. But I don't want to talk about fees and no fees in the exchange, because this is something we have to discuss with the exchange. We want to collaborate, and that's not for now, obviously. It's for the future. It's for the premium version we want to arrive. So for me, it's not a subject right now, but I'm pretty sure we can arrive a very good arrangement with an exchange we want to work with. So I hope this graph makes sense. If not, please ask me questions. So that proves that the forecast is quite very good. And there is another metric I want to show you. So it's more trading a metric. So it's about the RR. So the RR for this version, on the beta version, I'm pretty sure we can do better than that, is 0.5. So what it means, that means that we arrive at the situation where she makes mistakes sometimes. However, if we want to be profitable, the mean rate is 33%. That means for 3 trades, if she only make 1 good trade, she's still profitable, because all the good trades she's doing, most of them are are great. And when she's losing, but not that much. So that's the way to calculate the risk-reward ratio, and that's the way to understand the risk of this market. Obviously, it's not guaranteed. We never said that EVE will guarantee you a good saving. However, when people will try to test and try to use it, I think they will be more confident by themselves. This market is still very risky. You know, even if you are processing the news, even if you are processing the tweets, even if you understand very well how it works AI, some event could happen which we are not aware and could change the thing. So the risk could happen. However, no risk, no money, as we said. But overall, she's doing very, very, very well. And it's not the last version. We have also all things to do in our backlog, and we pretty sure we can do even better than that. So so I think this is one of my next slide. So what we want to give you now is to access on AIEVE portfolio and how she do it in real time. Because right now, even if it's not the full version, even if it's not the live, the ultimate version we want to give to the AskEVE version, now all the prediction is running every minute. So every minute, EVE is doing a prediction on the price, and she's trading for her portfolio the $1,000 every 15 minutes. And if you want to go there, so go to Peculium.io, and I will go with you right now. You can go to the Peculium hub. You can see my screen. So Peculium.io, and I will show you. So if you go to EVE link, and you can click on it on EVE. So you arrive on the product website, so EVE.io, and you see now there is a link called EVE in Backtesting. And you can click on it, and you will have access for free on EVE Backtesting. So you will see all these trades she's done in the list, and you can see her portfolio moving. So it's refreshing every 15 minutes. So it has been refreshed on GMT at 15 past 3. And you can see that she done some trade today. There is 2 trades she's done. Last night she's done a trade at 1 p.m. Sorry, at 11 p.m. and she bought some IOTA and she said it just after, and she made a little bit profit. So you can see all the trades she's done in the last 12 hours, in the last 24 hours, and you can have access to all the data. And also you can filter some date, or you can filter on some trades you've done by, etc. You can see all the trades she's done. So this is accessible now for you in real time. So you will see how AIEVE using the forecasting data that we want to give in the first version. And you can see in real time every 15 minutes, we refresh the page and you will see what she's doing with that. If she's doing a trade, if she's not doing a trade. So it's the very first version of trading strategy for AIEVE. So it's not obviously the best. It's a very conservative version. However, she's not doing something crazy. She tried to be very safe, and she tries it. So we want to give also other version of the trade. We want to give for customers who want to take more risk and do some more trades. So she's very, I would say, very sleepy. Sometimes she's not trade for the day. So I hope this week, because we want to give this free version for a week, I hope this week there will be some trades, and I hope she will doing very well, and you can see it by yourself every time. So this is the bonus we want to give you. It's not for us, this project is not something completely just on slide. It's very concrete. We are doing it, and the team is very excited to do it. So we are on the target to deliver this amazing product, and I hope it will revolutionize the way to do some savings in the world. So this is the early version. Obviously, it's a backtesting. I'm happy to answer some question if you want, but it's only the start, and I'm pretty sure we will deliver even better. So let's go back to the slide, because I have only one slide to finish. And after that, I can answer all the questions you've got. So current work in progress. So obviously we have on the backlog all the feature to use for doing a better model forecasting. We want AIEVE to do less and less mistakes, but that's still very impressive. We are on the ongoing GDPR compliancy, and you will heard about us about that, and asking the right opt-in to make sure we are using the data on your data personal, and make sure that we are protecting them very well. Obviously, we are on the building the UI version for the AIEVE companion, and you will see it will be very simple. The simple is the best. Obviously, there is security layer and testing ever. So this is where we are. I hope you enjoy this webinar. I'm very happy to answer questions if you got. Obviously, it's not the last webinar. We will do it. I will come back to you as soon as possible. But as you can imagine, we have a lot of work to do. Next week, there will be a webinar done by Ajraou. So Ajraou is the man who did the data visualization of the free tool, AIEVE in backtesting, and he will share with you his techniques about data visualization, how to improve the way to use the eye to perform a great UI and Vs. So I think I finished my presentation. I hope you have some questions. Don't hesitate, and any question, I'm here today for you. So I will probably come back to the conference, and if you have some questions, don't hesitate to use the chat, and don't hesitate to talk about my questions. So I will probably stop the sharing, and I will try to read some questions and try to answer them. So the first question is, will the beta simulator be only available for ICO investors? So the first version of AIEVE, yes, the beta simulator will be only available for the ICO investors. This is the gift we want to give them. They were the first who believed on us, and we want to give them this gift. So it will be available for weeks. It's not defined yet, but we want to give them this amazing product before everyone, because they invest in the ICO, and this is the gift we want to give them. They are the first who believe on us, and that's for me completely normal. The second question is one question regarding the premium model. Have you thought of how to manage the currencies? I mean, the trading will be done by AIEVE itself, but on which exchange or how it will be done? So obviously the premium version is not for now, is not for the first version. It will be in Q2 2019. So we will see which exchange we will use for managing the savings. However, we already have some partnership with exchange, not just for the PCL token, but also for AIEVE. So we are starting to discuss with them. Obviously, it's not, for me, it's not a huge question for now, because AIEVE is already performing very, very well. So I'm pretty sure we can arrive at a very good partnership with an exchange who understand this value. Let's imagine an exchange who has this powerful tool for their customers. I believe they understand the value. I believe they can remove all the stress for everyone. And I believe that it could be a very good partnership for them, not just for us. So it's not for me, it will not be a big deal for us. It will happen soon. So the next question is, what are the dates of ICO release? I think, I don't know if you're aware, but the ICO is already done. It's close so we finished the 14th of Jan already. So the next question is, what will AIEVE do with the PCL that she collects? Obviously, AIEVE need to live by itself. So we have a team, we have a cost of the infrastructure. So the big data infrastructure is not free. So we have all the software to buy. So obviously AIEVE with the PCL token, obviously she will probably put again in the market to get the money, is the way to live. So let's imagine a casino. If you're in casino, you ask money for people and you give them a token. So the token is also used as money, and exactly what we will do with the PCL token for us is a reward for AIEVE, and for AIEVE, not just the product, but also the company. So the next question is, will the AIEVE pick the most profitable crypto to buy out of the 10 crypto that all are profitable? So so I don't know if this question is about the tool that you have access right now. Obviously, there is different way to do a strategy in the trading on AIEVE, this portfolio. For this version, you have access on live and refresh in real time. What she's doing, she only take the best one. She didn't split the risk to different cryptos, which is quite, you would probably argue and say, no, this is not good. She should split the risk on different cryptos. Yes, but we don't want to make too much effort on it because it's not the product we will deliver in the first place. We did that very quickly for one reason, to just understand what is the value of the forecast of the AskAIEVE version we will put live. This is the only reason. Obviously, there is a lot of way to build a trading strategy. This one is the simplest one. However, there is quite a lot of different way splitting things. We don't use the price, and this is something we will use for the next version, for the premium version. For instance, if we believe that a coin is going down and after that it will go up, we can put an order when the price is going at this price, and after that we sell it when it will going up at the right level. We didn't put any stop loss, we didn't put any stop win or stop gain. So there is a lot of ways to perform, and I'm pretty sure I will come back to you and show you some other trading strategy that they are much better than the one you have access on it. However, if you see the performance, it's amazing. It's already amazing. So if you can imagine in savings in the bank only proposes you like 4% maybe increase in a year, 5% maybe if you're lucky. So just for these 3 months, we did 88% with no fee, I agree. However, it's negotiable. 88% increase in 3 months. So I don't think that it's a bad strategy. It's one strategy, but it could be better. I agree with you. So the next question is, for doing AI trading, people need intelligence. Are you planning to do any trading classes for the same? That's a very good question. Thank you for asking. So first of all, I will repeat what I said in the beginning. We don't want to create a trading bot. That's not, there is a lot of tools about trading bots, and they are, most of them complicated for an end user. So the vision of Peculium is to create a saving platform governed by AI. So a saving platform is for everyone, for any institution, for someone who don't understand trading. And we don't want to train them, because there is AI for that. So if we understand the risk of the customer, if you understand what they want to do with this money, is it for the retirement? Is it for their children? Is it for students? So this kind of level of risk, we can put that in the engine and do it automatically. Why having the point to having a trading bot for people and train people to trade? People have to sleep. This market is 24 hours a day. This market is very volatile. The news has a huge impact on the price. So you will need to be there and doing this as your job, maybe, but that's a trading job. So if you want to have a trading job, that means you have to do a training for that, or maybe you already have. You are already a trader. However, the first version we only give the forecast, so we will remove you all the stress of the news, all the stress of having the way to understand what's going on, all the stress of rumors. So we will give you this forecasting way to say, okay, this coin is going up, this coin is going down, or this coin is quite neutral, and we will give a threshold on that. And after that, it's up to you to decide what you want to do with this forecast. I hope I answered the question. So the next one is, how long will the link to AIEVE be up? Which link? I think you're talking about the free tool we give for the. We want to give that for. So if we're talking about AIEVE in backtesting, the link, I think we will give that for, I don't know, some days, maybe a week. We don't know yet, but it's only on our backtesting. So obviously it's real time, so we can see what's going on. It's refreshed every 15 minutes, but if she only trading in every 15 minutes, so we will see what she's doing. But it's only for you for purpose of understanding what the forecast is doing. But we will stop at one point, because I know that people will probably use it for free. But be careful. There is a disclaimer in the bottom of the page. If you want to do some trade with, as AIEVE do, is only on your own risk, because AIEVE, she's doing sometimes some mistake, but most of the time she's doing quite well. So the next question is, how does AIEVE decide the amount of dollar to trade? So again, she's doing quite well, because we did the very simplest way to do a trade. It's not, again, it's not the live version. It's not the premium version. It's a very, we did that to make everyone understand the value of the forecasting, and that's it. So we did a very simplest way to use the forecast. So what she's done, she take the money she's got, all of them, which is quite risky again, and she's put in the crypto that she believes that has the best performance in the next 15, 20 minutes. So she's doing that with all the money she's got in her portfolio, which is quite risky, but it's a simplest way to do things. Honestly, we did it quickly. It's not this tool that you have access for free. It's not the live version we want to give on June. On June, it will be as first, so it will be the forecast. This tool is only give you what is the real value of the forecasting engine of AIEVE. And the premium version will arrive. In the roadmap, we said Q2 2019, but we believe that we can be earlier because we have already great results. We have already someone who is working on it, and we have a team who is very enthusiastic on doing faster. The next question is, how long can we use the backtesting platform? So it's the same question. So we don't know. So it's up to us. I think we will give that for days, maybe a week. A week, I think, is long, but it will be available for the next 3-4 days. How does AIEVE decide the amount of dollar trade? I think I already answered these questions. The next question is, my question, your learning machine consider all the extra data to do the forecast? Yes. I mean, the price data is just one variable, political decision. Yeah. So the question is about which data you are using in top of the blockchain and the price data. Yes, we are using also a feature on an NLP on the news, what is impacted the price. So I hope you follow our channel. We did some webinar on the ML and time series model, and also Kamel did a webinar just 2 days ago about NLP, how we use news, Twitters, and currently news about cryptocurrencies, and how we using it to understand the trend of a cryptocurrency. So the next question is, do AIEVE we trade stocks or only cryptos? Right now, we're only focusing on cryptos. When you say the right now is for till the premium version, we are not aiming to plan to trade on stocks. We'll see in the future if there is a way to move on the stocks. But from now, no. Is not the aim of AIEVE. So the next question is, can you show us any live market prediction? Right now, AIEVE is using the market prediction that she's forecasting. In this version, no, we didn't show all the prediction of every cryptos, but it will happen soon. So the beta live for only investors will happen probably next month. So be patient. You will see the first live version of AIEVE on beta if you are investors very soon. The next question is how it will operate them. Okay, I don't follow in this question. So we just buy token, and you will provide a fixed return on investment made by us. If that happens, it will defeat the whole purpose of the trading excitement. I didn't follow this question, so if you can rephrase it, I don't understand really. I don't understand the fact that we defeat the whole purpose of trading excitement. I'm pretty sure we are doing the right thing, so I don't understand the question. So I'm sorry. So the man who I'm pretty sure the first name is a male name. You can please rephrase the question. I don't get it. I'm sorry. So the next question is, will this live stream be recorded and posted later? I think so. I hope so. I hope this live stream is recorded, and you will see that in our YouTube channels. If it's on Peculium channel, we will do a list, a viewing list to put that also in AIEVE's channel, a YouTube channel. So there will be a playlist to run this video anyway. So yes, I hope it will be recorded, and you can watch it later again if you want it. So I think I answer all the questions. So there is a funny one. When is planned to travel to the moon? If you want to travel to the moon, I will not follow you because there is nothing to do in the moon. But yes, I think Peculium will travel in the moon very soon. But I will not say everyone is talking about the moon. I will talk about the stars. It's more beautiful, I think. And the moon, I think it will be more boring in there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this webinar. If there is no more question, we will stop here. We are working very hard. We are very excited to do better than that. I hope you will enjoy the live AIEVE in backtesting. Again, it's for testing purposes. I'm happy you to look at it, and if you have some more questions, you can go to Telegram and ask all the questions you want. However, we believe that we can do faster than that. We believe that we will create an amazing product for the blockchain community and for the world. So we are just in the beginning, but this adventure will be very amazing. If you're following us from the beginning, you understand probably the value of Peculium and AIEVE. Or there is another question. Do I need to buy PCL token to operate with AIEVE? Yes, you will need to buy PCL token to operate with AIEVE. AIEVE will only accept PCL token to work. So for instance, the version of Ask AIEVE, we will ask you the payment in our Ethereum portfolio, and we will grant the credit of your PCL in the platform. And if you don't have any PCL, if you don't put any PCL in transaction in your portfolio, you will never be able to see the forecast. There is another questions. Your learning machine consider all the extra data to the forecast? Yes, I think I already answered this question. Yes, our machine learning model is also using external data. Otherwise, it will never be that accurate. And we're pretty sure we can do even better and produce a better forecasting model. And I'm pretty sure it will be much better. So funny enough, you said, do I need to buy PCL? No need probably to buy PCL. You can win some PCL for free. Because I just want to jump on our booty campaign launched by Maurice. I don't know if you heard about it. So come in the Telegram channel. You will learn a lot of things. So Maurice created a very great idea on creating a bounty campaign by printing this thing, and you put in your finger, and you can do a selfie. There is some rules. If you do that, you can probably win some free PCL. And tweet it like we are all AIEVE, AIEVE. So you can probably win some PCL. Probably not. You don't need to buy PCL. Come to a Telegram channel, and you will probably know how you can win some PCL. So come and do some follow or bounty campaign for that. there is another question or not. If not, I will probably stop here the webinar. Hope you enjoy it. I hope you now a better view on our roadmap, on where we are going to. You will have soon some news from us about the product. So be aware that we are building an amazing product for you. And I hope you understand the value of the PCL and the value of this saving platform on top of the blockchain. So thank you very much for attending this webinar. Hope again you enjoy it, and feel free to ask questions afterwards in our Telegram channel if you have some. And I hope you have a very great end of Sunday, and I hope I will catch you later with other great news. Thank you very much. So I will close the webinar, and I hope I will see you next time. Bye-bye.